How to prepare to install vinyl plank flooring. Today on Frank's Handyman. Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Frank's Handyman. Today we're going to be working on the basements. We're going to be adding some concrete leveler here on these two rooms. This is just so it levels the floor if it's uneven, and it's really helpful. That way it makes it easier for you when you want to add the vinyl plank flooring. So right now that's going to be the first step that we're going to take to start this project. After we got done with this room, as you're gonna see here, we just have to wait till it dries fully, and then we just go over it again a little bit more. That way it ends up being a little bit more leveled, because that's the purpose of adding the concrete leveler, of course. And then you see right now we're also gonna be taking off the floor on the stairs. This is another section that we're gonna be working on. So this is a step that we had to take, at least right now, while we wait till it dries. And then we're gonna focus again on the basement floor. Once we got done with the stairs, then we moved on again into working on the basements. We're going to be adding the underlayment, and for this you just need a blade and also tape. That way you connect all the pieces together and they don't move once you start adding the vinyl plank flooring. Once we got done adding this section here, this is how it all came out looking like. And then now that we finished, we're just going to be cleaning up a lot of the debris that way. Once we start adding the plank flooring, there's no issues. As you see, now we're going to start from the hallway and work our way back. That way, we're also not stepping too much on the new final plank flooring that we'll be adding. once we got done working out of the hallway section, as you see, there's a lot of corners, and so there's a lot of cuts that you have to do that make it a little bit difficult. But once we got out of that section and worked on this bigger area, it started moving a lot faster, and we got done a lot sooner as well. Once we got down to this section right here, as you see, there's very small section in the corner that we have to add, and we're just going to be cleaning up some of the stuff on the area. Also, it's good to broom any section that you work on when you're adding the pieces. That way, like I said, there's no debris under the plank flooring and there's no issues once you do install it. And as you see, this is how it came along. The client was really happy. They're going to sell the house and they want to rent out the basement area, so she liked how it came out. I hope you guys liked it as well. Give it a like, subscribe as well if you haven't yet, and I hope to see you guys for the next video.